This one's hard, you guys. I might just go home. I might just take my balls
Looks like we're doing this.
and go home.
Be ready.
Okay. Oh, she did their stupid bullshit. Jesus Christ. Oh, I'm still on my axe. That might be why. Okay. Switch weapons, Kratos. For God's sake. Shit. We're gonna die.
I'm ready.
Oh my God.
You have freed me.
Who did this to you?
I remember only pain. And my queen, she locked me down here? But why?
Ah, Sigrun.
I must leave you now. I must find her. I must remember.
Okay. You go do that. I'm gonna take your helmet. Then I'm gonna go home. It's a weird looking helmet. Oh my God, you guys.
Sounds like your queen is responsible, head.
Aye. When I saw her last, she was different. Changed. And not just that she was in physical form. She was more volatile. I tried to talk to her about it, but she had just come to say goodbye. I didn't think.
I'm sorry, Mimir. We'll find her.
I'm not sure she wants to be found. I just don't understand why she would do this. It doesn't make a lick of sense.
And if she is responsible,
Then we'll have to stop her. The Valkyries must be freed, and we're the only ones capable.
we.
Well, who do you think's going to watch your back?
That is true. He is actually pretty decent at watching my back. Oh my God, you guys, that was real bad. That was real bad. There's been worse. There's been worse. We're gonna go home. Just override it, it's fine. I wanted to make a hard save just in case, like, going home activates, you know, something. What? Hold on a minute. I hear her. I hear a bird. Where is it? There you are. Miss. Got him. Well, we're gonna have to make another save. Alright. Now we can go. Well, I'm not sure that the wife was actually oversized. I wonder if she herself maybe was half giant, or she had some kind of spell on her to make her, you know, look smaller, like that kind of thing. Like, I'm pretty sure that she wasn't actually really huge. Because, I mean, the size of those giants, they wouldn't be able to live in that house. If they were burning her body, it wouldn't just be a sack full of ash. It would be, like, nuclear fallout kind of ash. All over the goddamn place. We're going home, and we're gonna see if anything happens. And then that'll be it, I think. And then, if you guys want, you guys will have to let me know if you guys want me to continue playing, later on. And get rid of all the Valkyries, and maybe do the last of the, like, the Muspelheim and then the Niflheim stuff. Because I'm up for it if you guys want me to do it.
We're finally home. Feels like a lifetime ago.
Bit drafty, maybe. It's a right improvement over having tree bark in your Tadger.
Time to rest.
I'm gonna sleep through winter.
Kind of a shit house, to be honest. Well, then again, it was, like, partly broken into.
Okay, this'll do.
Sleep.
Way ahead of you.
Oh my god. Okay.
What was that?
The ball!
Years later, but he still looks the same. I mean, that's Thor. Kratos, you gotta move. You gotta change addresses. These gods, they're gonna keep on coming. You gotta enter the witness protection program. Well, I mean, this game is not that... We've already decided that this game is not that close to the lore, right? To the actual mythology. They can make up their own stuff as long as, like, they take some little nugget of inspiration from the quote-unquote real stories. Which they did. So I guess in this version it was Loki's mother who was the giant, and his father was another god. A god from another mythology entirely, another god from another pantheon. I still think that there is some kind of weird time travel shenanigans that's gonna happen. Either that, or it goes into, like, the whole, turn this down a little bit. It's gonna go into the whole, like, cycle, like the time is a cycle kind of thing. Yeah, but Craig, a lot of the stuff in mythology is literally just a god did it. Like, mythology is weird, and it doesn't always make sense because gods just have, like, weird powers that they didn't necessarily have before and, like, never had again. Just because that's the way the story is developed. You know, it was way back thousands of years ago. I think the rest of the story in this was good. You know, they had good characterization, good, you know, decent dialogue. Although there wasn't, you know, a lot of it from Kratos, but then again, he never was a man of many words. I mean, plus, we don't even actually have the full story, do we? We still don't necessarily know why Odin wanted... Apparently he wanted the wife, right? Did he just want her for her knowledge? For her prophecy? Is that why? I mean, that seems to be maybe the implication. Because she was basically like the last giant, and so she would have been the last person to have that ability. But they didn't really say why she left. Because they said that thing was depicting her arguing with the giants, right? So what was that about? They never really said that. Maybe it's just a simple case of her thinking that they just shouldn't be hiding all the time, and maybe they should kind of go out and try to do something else. I mean, Craig, I don't know if you've ever played the other God of War stories, but it was, you know, it was kind of the same way. I mean, something happens, Kratos gets pissed and decides that he hates the gods and goes and basically tears his way through vaguely, you know, mythological figures and killing them all, and like that's it. And maybe at the end you find out something, or whatever. And I think this game definitely had more developments, more actual story than the previous games. The previous games, they had, like, you know, like mini plots and stuff. They had like sections of the game. And of course, that was in addition to the main plot. Like, the main plot of the original one was obviously him wanting to kill Ares. But there were, you know, along the way he meets other characters, and like they either piss him off and he kills them, or, you know, or they have him do stuff for them. But then, like, that's it. It's not really necessarily a really big and deep story. It's an epic story, but then again, the epics were not really all that deep either. And this game is totally different in tone, but it's like made by the same people. This game did place more of an emphasis on the story and the characterization of its characters. There wasn't that much characterization in the original games. There were some. Don't get me wrong, there were some. There was the whole thing with Kratos and shit, what's her name? Goddess starts with an A. Who's like just now escapes me, even though I just got a thing, a power with her name on it. There was that whole thing, and then there was the whole thing where at the end of 1 he becomes the replacement God of War. Then in 2 he's like a god himself. For a lot of it. And then it was the third one where you find out that he was Zeus's son all along. And then that was like it. Like that was the end of like if the God of War series had ended with the third one, it would not have been a bad ending. Like that was pretty decent. To be honest, if the God of War series had ended with the first one also had pretty much an ending. You know, you kill Ares and then you become the next God of War. Thus the name of the game. And like that was it, right? So no, I mean, yeah, they shoehorned him in, but that's what they did originally anyway, so that's what they do. If that's not something that you like, then you wouldn't be into this kind of game anyway. What do you mean, the presentation? I mean, yeah, the presentation of the game did change, but what do you mean it strikes you as weird? The guy, I mean, God of War started in PlayStation 2, so like 2001, 2002, something like that. So it's been, you know, 15 plus years since the first game. And, you know, the guy got, the woman must have gotten older and had her own kids and decided that she wanted to make a story more focused on, Dad of War instead of Rage Machine. You know, there's only so much you can get out of Rage Machine Kratos. Kind of surprised they got, what was it, 5, 6 games out of it, because there are a few, PSP games as well. Let's get names from the shipping companies who shipped the games. Let's get the name of the GameStop employee from whom you bought the game, because they're involved in this, right? They're involved in the process. Yeah, Sony Interactive Entertainment Japan Asia, as opposed to Sony Interactive Entertainment Japan Asia, Antarctica. If you want to email someone, by the way, it's recastdetour@massagroup.net. Recastdetour@massagroup.net. There you go. Spammers, get to it. You know what?
Atreus, are you ready?
Yeah, but I had the weirdest dream.
Yeah?
Fimbulwinter was ending, and Thor came for us, here at the house.
It was only a dream.
But it felt different. It felt real.
Kratos, you
Felt
really
like
need some lighting up here in the front for the house.
future.
Then we will worry about it tomorrow. Today, there are still things we can do. Come.